cultivates pure devotion to himself, who is most attractive to his beloved servitors. By his dramatic dancing, he exhibits the characteristics of the king of paramours. He causes the minds of beautiful young village women to dance. I bow down to Gauranga, this beautiful son of Mother Thakur. Everyone read? No.
Six.
Six.
He plays carousels as his throat emits sweet melodious sounds, and the vibrant notes of the veena are softly played. He thus inspires the devotees to perform dramatic dancing that is infused with aspects of his own devotional service. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
He is accompanied by the Sankirtan movement, which is the religious practice for the age of Kali. He is the son of Nanda Maharaj, come again. He is the extraordinarily brilliant ornament of the earth. His preaching mood is suitably adapted to the cycle of birth and death. His consciousness is fixed in meditation on his own form of Krishna. He is always accompanied by his transcendental abode. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
His eyes are so on his feet, and his clothing are reddish like the color that heralds the rising sun. As he utters his own names, his voice falters. He awakens a sweet fervor to life throughout the universe. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
Navagorabaram, Navapushpasaram, Navabhavadharam, Navalasyaparam, Navagorabaram, Navapushpasaram, Navabhavadharam, Navalasyaparam, Navahasyakaram, Navahemavaram, Pranamami Sasi. Kritam Nava Prema Rasam Nava Nita Sucham Nava Vesha Kritam Nava Davila Shubha Prema Mayam Pranamami Sachi Sutta Gauravaram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. So we have to discuss Chaitanya Charitamrita from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, 9th chapter. The name of the chapter is Tree of Devotional Service. And verse number 38, I guess it is on the board. So we'll recite this verse. Atma Ichamrite Vikshi Sichi Nirantar Tahate Asankhya Phala Vrikshera Upar Atma Ichamrite Vikshi Sichi Nirantar Tahate Asankhya Phala Vrikshera Word meaning Atma, self. Ichamrite, by the nectar of the will. Vriksha, the tree. Sinchi, sprinkle. Nirantar, constantly. Tahate, there. Asankhya, unlimited. Phal, fruits. Vrikshera, on the tree. Upar, upper. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhakti Swami Sri Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation: by the transcendental desire of Supreme Personality of Godhead, water has been sprinkled all over the tree. Thus, there are innumerable fruits of love of Godhead. Purport: God is unlimited and His desires are also unlimited. This example of unlimited fruits is factually appropriate even within the material context, for with the goodwill of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there can be enough fruits, grains, and other foodstuff produced so that all the people in the world could not finish them even if they ate 10 times their capacity.
Wow.
In this material world, there is actually no scarcity of anything but Krishna consciousness. If people become Krishna conscious by the transcendental will of the Supreme Personality Godhead, there will be enough foodstuff produced so that people will have no economic problems at all. One can very easily understand this fact The production of the fruits and flowers depends not upon our will, but upon the supreme will of the personality of Godhead. If he is pleased, he can supply enough fruits, flowers, and etc. But if people are atheistic and godless, then nature, by his will, restrict the supply of the food. For example, in several provinces of India, in India, especially Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, and other adjoining states, there is sometimes a great scarcity of foodstuff due to lack of rainfall. So-called scientists and economists cannot do anything about this. Therefore, to solve all problems, one must seek the goodwill of Supreme Personality Godhead by becoming Krishna conscious and worshipping Him regularly in devotional service. Om Ajnanatamidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapad Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansham Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Savadetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaskute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhescha Kripa Sindhubhevacha Dhanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Presthaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve, Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Paschatya Veshatharine. Hukum karoti vachalam pangum lagayate girim yad kripatadaham vande Shri Gurum Deenataranam. Hare Krishna. So before I start speaking on this verse, I would like to beg for your blessings, because this morning everything that could went wrong. Could go wrong, went wrong. I woke up late. At 5, I have to directly go for duty dressing, and I didn't know that today is my I have to give class. I could not prepare yesterday, and I was very hopeful that Maharaj will come and give class. Today Maharaj chose not to come. Then I gave a few devotees option. Prabhu, could you please give class? They said no. And then I thought, okay, I can chant my rounds. I can do dressing early, and then I can chant few rounds so that I'll get some purity and I can speak. So today is turban day. Today we put turbans to Jagannath Palisman, and it takes time. So I have not chanted any rounds, so there is no purity also. So I have only my only source of blessings here, you all Vaishnavas. So, but today's topic is also like that Krishna provides, like as Srila Prabhupada was mentioning in the purport, even if people will start reading 10 times, Krishna provides everything. That one story that came to my mind just when I have 20 minutes to prepare for the class. So this story is very, very near to my heart. I remember it whenever I feel frustrated or whenever I feel need of it. Indudun Maharaj, yeah, everybody knows him. Of course. He was 19-year-old when he first time came in contact with Krishna. His name was Brian Tibbetts. He was a Marine Corps soldier, some kind of. He was married, and first time he saw devotees. He just came out of a museum, and he saw 4 saffron-colored, He saw 4 people wearing saffron robes, and those are sannyasis: Vishnujan Maharaj, Brahmanand Maharaj, Garg Muni Maharaj, and Sudama Maharaj. So first he thought like they are Buddhist. So they went, he and his wife, they went near to the devotees. And at that time there was Vietnam War going on, and it was a university campus, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, near to Ann Arbor. So, and devotees were trying to preach that Krishna provides everything, and students, they were very, very disrespectful. If you think Krishna provides, why there is war, why there is famine, why there is people dying, this, and nobody was listening. And eventually everybody left. Only Brian and his wife was there, and 4 sannyasis were preaching to them. So it was a cold evening, and especially the Sudama Maharaj was trying to preach him, Prabhu, Krishna will provide. Have faith in Krishna and Krishna will provide. And because he was new and he was arguing with them. And when he saw this sannyasi, he was not wearing shoes, he was barefoot at that time, Sudama Maharaj. So he said, if you think your Krishna will provide everything, where are your shoes, Maharaj? And this cloud will fall apart, and Krishna will send you shoes from there. And Maharaj was saying that, no, have faith in Krishna. Krishna will provide. So when they were talking, so it just happened that a group of hippies was just passing them, and one of the hippies, who was 6 feet tall and a very big guy, he was walking very abnormally, and just in front of them, he stopped and he said, damn, somebody gave me this size 8 shoes. I'm size 10. I don't need these shoes. Anybody needs these size 8 shoes? And Sudama Maharaj was like, yeah, I will take as Krishna's mercy. So, the story, and there are many stories that I will share. This is all what I know. That Krishna will provide. Have faith in Krishna, and Krishna do provides. Actually, this is very true, that Krishna is providing for everybody, not only for humans, not only for atheists also. Like we all heard this shloka, Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanya anna sambhava. How it goes? Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanya anna sambhava yagya bhavati parjanya yagya karma samudbhava. All living bodies subsist on food grains, which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice. And yajna is born of prescribed duties. When devotee, because Harinam is a yajna of this age, prescribed duty of this age. When devotees perform Harinam, and so that's how rains are happening. Krishna with the system of demigods, they are sending rains. And it does not rain only on temple or only on the houses of devotees. It rains everywhere. And because of the rain, there are grains. So all living entities are sustained, are provided. Jai Sri-Sri Radha-Parisisvara Bhagwan ki jai, Nitai Sutta ki jai, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai. So all the living entities are getting their food stuff. Krishna is providing for everybody. Like, Prabhupada gave a very classic example of bird, beast, elephants in the African jungle. They eat so much as compared to human beings. But Krishna is providing for everyone. Actually, there is nothing like scarcity. Even Prabhupada mentioned in the purport also, that even if we eat 10 times, still the nature provides enough food, and that is reality. Whatever is scarcity or whatever, people are dying of hunger or everything, it is because of human greed. Like, I was just searching for it this morning. So, this meat industry, it takes much more amount of water and resources to produce meat than to produce grains. Yes, I was just searching out, and it came to my knowledge that suppose if a person eat a sandwich in the morning, so for making 1 leaf of lettuce, it takes only 2 gallons of water. For making 2 slices of bread, it takes 24 gallons of water. For making 2 slices of cheese, it takes 32 gallons of water. And just to make 1 slice of meat, it takes 104 gallons of water. Everything combined, more than that. So human beings, they are wasting natural resources so much in producing meat, in producing liquor, all these sort of things. If humans stop doing this greedy business, stop eating meat, there will be enough food for everybody. There is no, in actuality also, I'm more habitual, more accustomed to Indian stats rather than the stats in the West, because I've spent more years of my life there. So in India, there's so much food grain that get wasted, that get rotten, rats or animals eat those things rather than people eating it. Or at times they have to throw that food stuff or food grains into the sea just to maintain the prices in the market. So it is all the prices, it is all artificial. Especially just to give an example, because the Russia and Ukraine war happened, so it affected the whole world. The prices of the wheat goes up all over the world because Ukraine produces so much wheat. So because nowadays markets are interconnected, so it affects everybody. Suppose if that war would not have happened, there would be less prices. Even the prices of Bhagavad Gita shoot up because of that war in India, because so much paper was coming from Ukraine. So the one question that came to my mind that, or I can ask you also, Prabhupada give an answer of that. Why, if Krishna provides everything, why there are famine in the world? Why people, have to stay hungry? Why they are poor people? Prabhupada gave a very classic example answer. Yes, Prabhu.
No, I don't have a proper answer.
He doesn't show his mercy towards those who are atheistic.
But Krishna provides for everybody. Why there is famine?
He withholds those who are, he withholds the grains and the
Okay, yes.
They just, as you say, it's just greed.
Yes, it is greed.
There is mercy.
You know that Prabhupada's calendar, that Prabhupada quote with the date every day? You saw that?
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice. I recommend everybody. Means in India we have this WhatsApp forward, so people send it always. I like to read that. So in that, one of that calendar excerpt, so Prabhupada gave a very nice quote, if patient is sick, doctor recommends fasting. If patient is sick, he's having fever or something, so doctor recommends you should not eat. So because people are making so many sins, people are eating meat, people are committing so many sins, that's why Krishna at times gives these famines and everything, as Prabhupada said, as Prabhupada mentioned. So if people will start taking shelter of Krishna, start living, even they become vegetarians. Prabhupada doesn't recommend that. We are not vegetarians, we are prasadatarians. Even because those people who eat only vegetarian food, they are verily eating only sin. It is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Yagi Sishta Sinasanta Muchante Sarvakilvisha Bhujante Te Agam Papa Ye Pachante Atmakarana. If you are eating food stuff without offering it to Krishna, without doing the sacrifice, so you are verily eating only sins, because even plants have life. So we are not vegetarians, we are not we are not pro-vegetarian. Yes, we eat only which we can offer to Krishna. So we are also not vegans. So, I can think of few examples like how Krishna provides for everyone. Even he is providing to karmis also, to atheists also. That they are also excelling in their life. They are also getting everything they want, and especially to devotees. We should not be disheartened with some difficulties if you face some difficulties. One example that came to mind, I heard in an interview of Shyam Sundar Prabhu in the early days when there were only 2 or 3 temples. First temple was in New York, 26 Second Avenue. Second temple was in San Francisco, and devotees were very, there was not much money, they were not able to pay their rents and everything. And Shyam Sundar was sharing that one day, one cold morning, they were coming from their apartment to Prabhupada's, where the temple was in Frederick Street. So they were coming, and they were at that time they were due for 4 weeks to pay the rent, and the householder, the landlord was asking them, pushing them to give money. One fine morning when they were coming for bhagavatam class, they saw that $100 bills, $100 was flying towards them, few $100 bills. So Krishna was sending them money like that. So when they told Prabhupada this thing that Srila Prabhupada, we got some $100 in the morning. Prabhupada said, yes, Krishna, if you are sincere, Krishna will provide you all help. One such example happened to devotees also. When Prabhupada started, in the earlier days, Prabhupada used to type with this typewriter, but it disturbed devotees also, because devotees, this was a very small facility, and devotees were also sleeping there, and we know when Srila Prabhupada used to do this translation in the night. So devotees, then somebody recommended Prabhupada, somebody gave Prabhupada this dictaphone that Prabhupada can record it. But Prabhupada's accent was very heavy. It was very, Indian Bengali accent. One time Prabhupada asked, Prabhupada was giving lecture, and Prabhupada asked devotees. Prabhupada said in the lecture like, I have come to shave you. So devotees like, save us or shave us? The Prabhupada said both. I have come to save you and to shave you also. So, because Prabhupada was making so many, translating and making tapes, but devotees were not getting his accent. But Prabhupada, because they were very new to the philosophy, and at times Prabhupada was quoting some shlokas also, so they were not getting anything. And they were lagging behind so much. There were so many tapes, but they were not able to produce, type it very efficiently, very fastly. So one fine day, one college graduate who was doing his graduation from a nearby university in San Francisco, he approached them that, do you have any job for, I want to do some internship. So do you have any job for me? And devotees gave him these tapes. Could you please listen to this tape and type it? So, and he was the one who did it, everything. Bhagavad Gita, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Nectar of Devotion, and one more book, I'm forgetting that. All these 4 books in 6 months. And that person disappeared after that. Nobody knew where he went. So devotees were discussing that as if Krishna sent that person, just because devotees were not able to do it. And that person came, translated everything, and not translated, but how to say, transcripted everything, just put it in the written form and went away. Similarly, when Prabhupada was, up till 1970s, devotees didn't have Bhagavad Gita. There were only a few books like, there was canto, first canto, three parts of first canto, and Easy Journey to Other Planets. There was no Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita was printed in 1971, the Macmillan edition. So it was also a story that Prabhupada was sending Brahmanand Prabhu everywhere, to every publishing house, to ask them to print Bhagavad Gita, and nobody was accepting it. And one day Prabhupada asked Brahmanand Prabhu to go to Macmillan's office. Somehow Prabhupada get to know about this company, this publishing house. And when Brahmanand Prabhu was very reluctant, that because he was declined so many times, and people were not interested in Bhagavad Gita, so he was not very inclined to go to Macmillan's office to ask them to print Bhagavad Gita. But Prabhupada was very insisting to go, you go and try, at least you should try. So when Brahmanand went there in Macmillan's office and actually it happens that devotees have this record, this Hare Krishna happening temple, what is the name of? Transcendental Happening, the album that devotees produced in New York. It became very famous. So because of this George Harrison Radha Krishna temple album also, and devotees in New York also, they also made the Transcendental Happening. You know this?
The Happening. The Happening.
The Happening, okay.
Yeah.
So it has a very nice Kirtan of Prabhupada also. It became very famous, and an order came to devotees for a record from the Macmillan office. Then Prabhupada asked Brahmanand Prabhu, you go personally and deliver this record to the person. And when they went there, so it was not the person who ordered was not somebody from the higher brass. It was just a clerk who ordered this record. But when Brahmanand Prabhu was there, this person happened to meet the editor. The editor came to his desk, and because Brahmanand Prabhu was personally there, so the editor asked, oh, he's from Hare Krishna, and he came to deliver this record to me. And the editor said, oh, I was looking for you. We want a Bhagavad Gita to print. Do you have any Bhagavad Gita? So that's how devotees have this Bhagavad Gita. The early edition was not the full edition, but it was our first Bhagavad Gita. And how Bhagavad Gita reached Russia also. Like in one set of Bhagavad Gita, first copy of Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada took it when he went to meet Dr. Kotowski. But another set, because Russia was it was a communist country back then. It was not Russia, it was USSR, and it was called Iron Curtain. You cannot enter Russia. So what happens it was in, I guess, in late 80s or early 90s. Till the time it was still USSR. So one of the devotees happened to meet some ambassador of USSR. So devotees, when he was preparing, because at that time there were so many atrocities on devotees also. They were put into jail and everybody. So this devotee want to address this ambassador that you should help us. They are nice people, and so just when he was about to go, his wife said, "Why don't you take a Bhagavad Gita, put it in your pocket? If he think that you can give it to that ambassador." So he said, no, they are not into. I want to request him to save the devotees. They are not interested in Bhagavad Gita. His wife insisted, no, you take Bhagavad Gita. So finally he just kept a small one, like the earlier edition, in his pocket, and he was not willing to give it to that person, to the ambassador. But when ambassador meet this devotee, the first thing he asked, "Do you have a Bhagavad Gita? I heard so much about this book. Do you had that one?" And luckily, this because of his wife, he had that Bhagavad Gita. So the point of all these stories is that Krishna provides. We just have to have faith in him. That, like Prabhu mentioned yesterday, you mentioned that, like when we were discussing about the temple, that if you are ready, Krishna will drop a temple on your head. So yes, Krishna provides everything. One more example that is coming to my mind. One devotee shared it with me when I was there in Spain, like how preaching started in Brazil. So first time when a Prabhupada disciple went there, he was only speaking English, and nobody was there, speaking English. Everybody was speaking Portuguese. So he thought, whom to preach? I am not getting any audience to preach. So he went to a school where they are teaching English. So he just went there and asked anybody who wants to learn English. I can teach English through Bhagavad Gita. And one of the person who was there was very interested in Bhagavad Gita. And that person eventually translated Bhagavad Gita into Portuguese and started preaching all over there. So Krishna is ready to provide every help. So, and as this context in this verse also, that it says that by transcendental desire of Supreme Personality of Godhead, the water has been sprinkled all over the tree, and thus there is innumerable fruits of love of Godhead. That Krishna is providing especially this love of Godhead. Golokira Premadhara Harinama Sankirtan. That Krishna is ready to give this, like in the previous verse also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was mentioning that I am alone. How it says? I am the only Mali. Ekla Mali Ami Kat Fal Khabe Na Diyava Ei Fal Ar Ki Kariba. I am the only gardener. If I do not distribute these fruits, what shall I do with them? How many fruits can I alone eat? So Krishna especially came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give these fruit, and we have this responsibility to distribute these fruit further. One time Srila Prabhupada was there in London, and he was on his morning walk, and he saw a hippie sleeping on the bench. So a devotee said that it is so unfortunate that a pure devotee is here and he is sleeping. And Prabhupada heard that. Prabhupada just lifted his cane to the devotee's face like this and said, you are their good fortune. They are not misfortunate. They are not unfortunate. You have to create their good fortune. And this devotee was sharing that Prabhupada didn't say I bring their Prabhupada didn't bring their good fortune. Prabhupada asked us to share this fortune to them. And it is a great responsibility to us. Actually, people outside, they don't know how to enjoy also. Like, how they are trying to enjoy. Like, even if they are drinking, next day they are facing, there is headache, they are waking up late, their money, their money gets finished, every kind of a problem. Like, and what they are eating, sorry to say that, but people in the West, they don't know the real taste. Like Indian cooking, they have so much variety of taste, so many nice spices and everything. But here people are not, as compared, for my Indian tongue, it is not very, how to say, not so tasty. It's just one type of a food. So we have to give this opportunity to people to taste this real nectar, which is which is lacking in their life. Like if you see the life of devotees, they start dancing since morning 4:30, and nobody dance when everybody dance when they are happy only. And people outside, they can only dance when they drink or they have some kind of a special liquid. Then only they can dance, they can happy. But devotees, they are dancing since morning till night. That means they are happy. We are eating the best food. We are getting associated with the best people in the world who are, like you go to any temple, you have been to India. Like, people will be very, very happy to host you, especially the devotees. Oh, why don't you eat this? Everybody might have this experience. That if you go to devotees' home, they will be very forceful. No, you eat this. No, you want more. So even if you don't want to eat, they will force you to eat. So we have the best thing, best food, best. There's one nice Prabhupada anecdote also. So Prabhupada was giving lecture and Prabhupada was saying, we have the best food, we have the best devotees, we have the best facilities. Still people are not coming. And the reason is only one, that they are best rascals. So Prabhupada was, Prabhupada has a very great sense of humor also. One time, this place in Detroit, the Dev Sadan Temple, Fisher Mansion. Now its name is Dev Sadan, because in the springs everybody, everything, it's so nice in the spring in that place. So in that property is a very big property, and it has a creek also, some kind of a water body also, in which people can row their boats. So one time Prabhupada was doing his morning walk with the devotees, and one person who was in the water with his boat, he saw devotees, and he came all the way. He parked his boat on the shore and walked towards Prabhupada, and he was cursing devotees like anything. You are freeloaders, you are this, you are that, you people are enjoying so much, you are not doing any work, you have 4 cars, you have so many people, you are eating so nicely, and he was going on and on and on, and Prabhupada was listening. Devotee was getting red hot, why his person is he's speaking like that, and Prabhupada was just listening. And in the end, when he ran out of the steam, Prabhupada said, so why don't you join us? We are enjoying so much, so why don't you join us? So yes, we have to give this opportunity to everybody. Why don't you join us? Yes, first time when I came to Paris, and devotees took me to Harinam, and it is very new to me, like having a bowl in front of you. It is like a begging bowl of. I was like, I am not a beggar. This is not good. It was hurting my false ego so much. So and Maharaj was also there, but I could not do anything. I could not say anything. So my false ego was very, hurt at that time. But when Harinam started, I was thinking at that time, what these people are thinking, that we are beggars, we are asking for money. They must be thinking, that these people are not getting anything to eat. And when they will see that what we are eating, much more than them, how many items they may be eating when they go for their breakfast or lunch, maybe 2, 3. How many items we eat for breakfast, for lunch? They cannot imagine that. So Krishna is providing us everything, and we have to do everything to give this opportunity to others also. They are so this Krishna consciousness, this love of Godhead is like that. The more you share, the more it increases. That this is spiritual mathematics. 1 minus 1 is not 1. It is in material world. 1 minus 1 is more than 1. So the more we will share, the more Krishna will give to us also. Like when we preach, we get these realizations. Our realization get stronger also, and Krishna reciprocates also. Like miracle happens. Every day miracles are happening. So we have to do our share of task, that somehow or the other we have to introduce them to Krishna, maybe in the form of prasadam, maybe in the form of book, maybe in the form of Harinam. Radhanath Maharaj was mentioning in one of his lectures, like if we are meeting a new person and we are not sharing Krishna with him, we are cheating him. We are robbing him the chance to go back to spiritual world. By so much good fortune, he's happened to sit next to you. By so much good fortune, he's happened to came in contact with devotees. So we must do everything to share this Krishna consciousness, to share this process with them. It could be in the form of anything, maybe in the form of book, Harinam, Prasadam. So that's a great responsibility on us, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking us to do so. That he cannot do everything. He needs our help, and by helping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are helping ourselves. We are not doing any benefit of him. We are not how to say. Actually, it is for our own benefit, that when we spread this Krishna consciousness, like when I joined, and everybody has, especially in India, there's everybody wants to become a preacher. That I will become a preacher. I will go to university. There will be so many followers of mine, and they will do whatever I will say. So our instructor, our senior devotee, he told us that even after preaching for 10 years, if there won't be any devotee, still there is a benefit, that it will save you. You won't become an example for devotees. Like we all knew so many faces, so many people who started Krishna consciousness with us. Like especially in India, like when we start a batch, especially in college, in the starting there are at least 60, 70, 80 students, and by the end of the year, only 2, 3, 4 devotees were chanting 16 rounds. So it reduces so much, and especially 4 year, 5 year, 6 year, 10 year down the line, the number reduces so much. Like how many 20-year-old devotees we can see around? Not many. How many 10-year-old devotees? 10 year in Krishna consciousness, not in age. Devotees we can. So it do happens, like people leave Krishna consciousness. But if we are preaching, if we are constantly sharing this Krishna consciousness, if we are very alert in this, Krishna will save us. We will not leave. So that is our success. Even after preaching for 10 years, even if nobody joins, nobody become a devotee, at least we remain devotees. So that is our ultimate benefit of preaching. So this is all from my side. Sorry, whatever I said, whatever came to my mind, I shared it with you. If there is any correction, there is addition you would like to make, you can make. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, I was thinking this point you mentioned of Radhanath Maharaj about sharing Krishna consciousness. There's a purport in the Bhagavad Gita where Srila Prabhupada speaks about ahimsa.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually, you're causing violence into others when you're not giving them the opportunity to, when you're not preaching, you're actually committing.
Violence.
Yeah. That's the real form of ahimsa.
We are letting them go to take birth again. And
jiva ahimsa.
Thank you.
And one other point I wanted to share is in regards to your lecture today. I think Prabhupada writes this in a letter somewhere. Maybe it's in a lecture. But Prabhupada was saying, Krishna gave the whole world to the Pandavas, just within a matter of a few days. And he said, similarly, I can give you, I can give you the whole world, but will you be ready? Will you be responsible?
What you do with it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Thank you. We have to ready ourselves to accept that. Yes, Krishna is ready to give us. Would you like to do any comments and corrections?
Thank you for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Just want to mention that by sharing, we forget also often that we don't see, we think, we think we will conquer the world, and then after a few years, still not everyone is chanting Hare Krishna. But we have to remember that nothing goes in vain, and all this, every contact with devotees is so precious. I meet so many people in Lisbon who see us when we distribute books and Harinams, and they say, "Oh, I met one of yours long ago there and there. You're so nice. You're the most peaceful people. This is a real religion. Every religious groups are fighting, but you are singing and giving something to people. And I was in your restaurant 10, 20 years ago. Oh, wonderful, give me this book." Everything is there. Every little touch with people. And even in Germany, once some ladies came to the temple, and they were first time in the temple, but they said, our job is that we, on the funerals, we somehow do something, accompany. And we got this book, Sri-Sri Upanishad, 20 years ago, and we are reading these mantras on the funerals in Germany, because we understood that this is good. So everything has value what we do.
Yes.
There's that verse in the Ishopanishad where it says, "Let this body be burned to ashes."
The air merge into the totality of air.
Yeah, that's nice.
And my favorite shloka is, "Krishna, please remember what I have done for you at the time of my death. Please remember." It's a very nice shloka. Hare Krishna. Jadguru Prabhupada ki jai. Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. One more of the things that could went wrong. I didn't know where my laptop is, and this is French laptop which has different key set. I could not type also. Hare Krishna.
Rasa Parayana Prabhu ki
Jai.